Right.
your perception
Correct.
of the person that's interviewing.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we have found, is that it's always better to open up the envelope after you're done with the.
All RFPs are done that way.
Okay, so we're gonna interview after the RFQs and before the RFPs.
No,
RFPs
No.
out, RFPs.
No.
We're going
you're gonna shortlist,
Yeah,
you're gonna get RFPs from the shortlisted group.
right.
Interview.
Letter's gonna go out and say, you've been selected, shortlisted, we're gonna schedule an interview.
Okay.
Please,
But
please
we're not gonna
respond to
open
this RFP
Right.
with regards to your fees in general,
And
and,
the scope we come up with.
and you will be evaluated on qualifications only at this point. And, the proposals will be, opened at a later date.
Separate fee envelope.
Okay.
So once you get an RFP, you open it, we select, you go with the architect. The way Joe was talking is, whatever that price is, we go with that one architect that we picked out of these 12, and the RFP's done. When they're done with their services, presenting the different sites, if it was approved, a certain site at a certain dollar, and it got approved by town, instead of doing design, but now we'd hire that architect as a rep for an owner, and they would go out, we'd get a construction team and a build team.
Is that what you're doing?
I think the intent, John, is to establish what the project is, establish what the budget and this preferred site, present that to town council for, in essence, authorization and funding. Because right now, there's only funding for a component of the design services. We don't have full funding for the entire project yet. That has not been approved or allocated.
Okay, so what's the delivery methodology you envision?
Well, I don't think we've gone that far, but I don't know if the town is using a CM delivery method or GC method. What's the town using nowadays?
We just came up with one with.
We have used design bid build, we have used construction management, we've used construction management and advisory, we've used construction management at risk, and we've used design build. But if you put out an RFQ for design build, you start off with design
Yeah,
build, and
that's
then
it.
you have the value engineering component built into that.
Yeah.
It's too late now to go to design build. That's a whole separate process. So you're on path to do a design bid build here.
Right.
Okay. Just understand that that's what it is.
Yeah.
They're not gonna go out and partner up with a construction.
No.
We don't want that.
No,
Right.
they
We
want-
don't want that.
So, here's the danger in that. The danger in that is when the job is designed and it's advertised and you bid it out, it's gonna be very difficult not to go with the low bidder at that point. It's very difficult to disqualify a bidder. You would have to have something pretty egregious that went on, or in another project, or a financial deficiency, okay? It's not too late, though, to RFQ a construction management.
In my opinion, John, that would be the next step after getting the architect on board, is to start looking for a construction management team that can work hand in glove with the design team.
Okay, and the advantage of that, as you know, is that you have value engineering going on during the whole design process. And what does that mean? That means you have somebody who's cerebral over here designing all of this really sexy, interesting stuff, and you have somebody who's the construction manager, whose job it is to build it, and he's looking at it from a constructability point of view. And he's saying, well, wait a minute. Now, this is really very nice, but let me tell you what that's going to cost. Or, this is really very nice, but, we got pilings over there, or we got rock over there, or there's some defect in the site. So, I would recommend you not go with the design bid build delivery method, and if you're going to go to the construction management, format, then decide whether you want advisory or risk, and here's the difference. If it's at risk, the contracts are with the construction manager. If it's in advisory, the contracts are with the town. I'm talking about the subcontracts. The danger is, if it's an advisory, you have the same problem with design bid build. You're stuck with the low bid subcontractor. Pretty much.
Okay, thank you very much. So we should really evaluate these two forms and see if, and agree upon if we want to use one, the other, or a combination of the two. So,